They can't hit the High Templar on the ground, and the High Templar can still use their awesome splash damage against the, the Hydralisk, which is what was allowing the Colossus to get so many kills, those 20, 30 kills.
Okay, so one of the things in patch 9 that changed is Infestors now, their fungal growth ability is now instant, which makes it a lot easier to not have to predict where the movement's going to be. But I was under the impression, and look at that Zealot speed come into play.
I actually gimped myself with that force field. That was a bad force field on my part.
I was under the impression that fungal growth damaged health.
Like skip shields, like
skip
Plague
shields, yeah. But it's not the case, and that's why you see me going here, hoping I'm damaging health, so I can come in and clean up.
Yeah.
It's not the case. It damages shields.
Hey guys, we are Starcraft amateur.
Yeah, exactly. So really, against Terran it's great, but against Protoss, the effective way to use fungal growth would be to use fungal growth and move right in, because shields regenerate so quickly on Protoss. Look at that, just reach 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, out of combat shield regeneration is like very fast in StarCraft 2 for Protoss, and I'm getting those High Templar to combat the Hydralisks. And I'm still getting some Colossus for some reason, because I'm stubborn. But yeah, I think that the real power of that ability against Protoss is the fact that it stuns.
Yeah, that right now you're stuck with just this part. These guys are frozen for, what is that? I'm not even sure the cool off on that. It's dying too quick.
I don't know.
I don't know, whatever.
But here you see the the Psy Storms coming in, and the Zealots charging, and mayhem happening, and I'm actually building a Dark Shrine now, which is the building that allows you to build, those Dark Templar, the Dark Templar.
You know what's funny? I don't see Dark Templar used terribly much in the games, except for that little bit of harass, like a little bit of like backdoor harass. I don't really see it used.
And here Gunsakimbo's attacking my base, like, again for the 1700,000th time, trying to kill my 3 o'clock expansion. And I'm sorry, I just want to take this 1 second of blue Protoss explosion to point out, actually I'm not going to point out anything now, because my army, rather than defending my base again, was like, you know what, I'm going to use him. He's out of position right now, I'm thinking. He expects me to come defend, but...
You have a Colossus here, which takes out everything.
Yeah, so I'm pushing. And I decided to try to push his natural, because, I have almost no income now again, or, very little. And I'm thinking, I don't know how many expansions Gunsakimbo has. I figured he had, 2 now, which he actually does. Just one of them isn't really running that well.
And the sad part is, I forgot I had these guys.
What's up? You gotta take the earmuffs off.
I know.
Take the earmuffs off.
Sorry.
They need. There's a battle happening right next to them, and they can't hear it.
God, look at just the kills. 29 kills. It's
Yeah, they're really good.
It's terrible. One thing, so we don't have to watch this die, because I think this ledge, and I like to see people try it, it's just small enough, if you get sight, to blink over.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to become a huge tactic if it is short enough to blink over.
Yeah, you just need to have an observer, or actually one thing that I did in one of the games that we played today was, you can actually, research hallucination really quickly without having to tech a robot facility, and then hallucinate a Phoenix to help you blink over stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy that the hallucinations actually give you sight. And it's such a shame right now, just thinking that there are those corruptors on the map that could have ended this push, and instead everything's just falling. It's just so frustrating. That's the frustration of being a damn amateur.
I know, but I'm sorry. One day you'll learn how to play StarCraft good.
I know, one day I will. And then one day, I can be allowed to cast and people can respect me.
Yeah, but, I don't know. I respect you.
Thank you.
But anyway, so right now we have, this is like a really exciting game, and it's so good.
Is saying it's exciting make it exciting?
Yeah, just keep saying it. It's exciting. This game is exciting. This game is so exciting.
We're casting this really well, guys.
No, but seriously, as we were playing this game, this was like such an intense game. Like, there's so many times of me attacking Gunsakimbo or Gunsakimbo attacking me, and it was so back and forth. Like, my heart was like just like blah, blah, blah. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, I was just freaking out.
But part of why I like this game is the mistakes itself. We played a lot more games that were a lot more refined than this as we went on into the day.
This is one of the earlier games.
But the mistakes really make it exciting.
See, now they're coming.
Finally. But after he gets 4 kills, but
I don't want to lose my extremely expensive Colossus, so I'm freaking out, hitting SSS Stalker SS Star, no, more. Yeah. But yeah, I think I saved these ones. Wow, they got saved.
It did.
That time the Kala was with me. Every time a Protoss does something and it works, like a risky move and it works, it's because the Kala is with them. And the queen of the Zerg is just not with you.
Yeah, well, that's because I don't read Starcraft novels.
Hey, you know what? I love Starcraft. Love Starcraft more than you.
And here are the DTs finally. A little bit late, but you know.
You know, they yeah, they're like, oh crap, there's no drones to kill. What are we gonna do, guys?
Yeah, but it's always good practice to keep Overseer in your base at all times. First, there's just too many opportunities for harassment from Banshees.
I just wanted to I just loved morphing Dark Templar into Archons, and he didn't actually make it, but I just wanted.
It looks like one of the wisps from Warcraft.
Don't say that. There's nothing in Starcraft that's anything like anything.
Starcraft is Warcraft in space, dude.
No, that's
Didn't
not
you know
true.
that? Didn't you know that?
Well, don't say that.
Sorry. We didn't mean that either. Our mothers are Warcraft. They're both Warcraft.
Our mothers are both Starcraft. We don't mean anything that we say.
Yeah, never.
Why are you even listening to us?
What should we even focus on at this point? What's happening?
I don't know. I have 2 Colossi.
I mean, really, that's it. And that's enough because.
Well, we could talk about your natural expansion, which do you have one?
No, I have this expansion, and and this is another huge always StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2, drone saturation. If you don't have it, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
Which is what's happening right now. There's just not enough drone saturation. These corruptors are doing an awesome job of corrupt. Oh wow! It actually stops the building from.
Oh wow! That's awesome. We just learned something new.
Yeah, that's really cool.
We learned this on the fly.
Yeah,
Learning while casting, you guys.
I wonder if you know what? I wonder if you can even cancel at this point. Like, it would be awesome to do that to a Nexus as it's building. You can't cancel it, and then whatever.
You know what's actually interesting?
What?
Is that I actually messed up and I cast like 17 Psystorms right on top of each other. But each time you cast Psystorm, it gets brighter. And I wonder if you keep casting Psystorm enough, if it'll get.
You could light up the world.
If you could light up the world with love.
One thing I want to talk about real quick is Zergling Surround. The new Zergling AI automatically surrounds its opponents.
Yeah.
But what I'm finding is it's a disadvantage at some points when you're dealing with large balls of opponents. Zerglings try to get a surround on the entire ball, which pretty much cripples them. They can't get anywhere around it, and they just fall in later game. And so I find them more and more useless later game, just because of that, going against
especially against
balls of
Protoss,
enemies.
I guess.
And Terran too. Terran has their big ball they move out in.
I find Zerglings are, I think, definitely like the most underwhelming, unit in StarCraft 2 compared to StarCraft 1. In StarCraft 1,
well,
they
nerfed them from StarCraft 1. I was reading. They're the one unit that actually received a nerf,
less damage. Which is insane. I mean, the AI that they have, the new AI, is great. But I don't think
great
it's
for early
good.
game, but it's not. I almost wish they get rid of it. Let us do an auto surround.
I wish there was
damage back.
I wish the upgrades for the Zerglings were stronger, so that somehow, I don't know, like once you get to Hive or Lair, that you can actually really make them even more stronger than they are with the upgrades.
Well, they're great against. I find them great against Terran with Infestor combinations, where you use the fungal growth. Really wear the Terran army down, and then just come in with a couple of Zerglings and other units, and it has to be Cracklings at that point, but they'll fall. Everything will fall pretty quick.
So now we've had a tremendous crazy StarCraft insanity of me desperately trying to expand as many times as I can, and you constantly killing my expansion while I try to not build Colossus anymore and just build High Templar because my Colossus are getting killed by Corruptors.
So can it split again?
And now I know that's so cool. And now finally I have a good amount of High Templar out. And my expansion's up, and I'm pushing you. So how are you going to deal with that?
Just with Zerglings, because that's the answer to everything, obviously.
Yeah, and also your drones can attack too.
Yeah. But at this point, drone saturation being nothing. This game was. I'm not going to say it was lost on drone saturation, but a lot of it was lost on not having the proper drone saturation, and now there's nothing left, and it's pretty much just not much. Anyone can do at this point besides lose.
your play really took a drastic turn down after I killed your natural. I mean, that's really when your income stopped.
Yeah, it's I never resaturated, and it's this kind of things where you know what you have to do at points, and you see you're looking at your base going I don't have enough drones, but you're freaking out because you know your opponent's building up a force. You're afraid of when they're going to push, and so you keep pumping out units instead of building up your economy, and that is good to a degree, but you need to strike the right balance, and the right balance was not struck with this, on my end.
So I hope you guys all enjoyed this wonderful new game, Patch 9, StarCraft 2, Incineration Zone.
And I hope you lucky winners, however you win,
and I hope
enjoy your beta keys.
I hope you choose to play Protoss.
Nah, God. All right, well,
GG. Join us. We are mouthless, but we are full of love.
And come to starcraft.org. Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you
GG.
next week. Bye.